And I'm Jenny Montgomery. Thanks for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins in Columbia County and the latest on the murder of Andrya DeGhelder. Investigators have named a person of interest in the case. Christopher Gibson is currently being held with no bond on shoplifting charges in the Columbia County Detention Center. And Gibson lives next door to DeGhelder on Great Falls in the Ivy Falls subdivision. Last night, investigators searched his house. News Channel 6's Ashley Campbell is following this developing story for us tonight. Ashley is live in Grovetown. Investigators...
Yes, and now that Chris... Yes, and now that they have named Christopher Gibson a person of interest, they're looking into his background and also an incident that allegedly occurred between him and an 18-year-old. It was another active scene in the Ivy Falls subdivision Tuesday night, right next to Andrya DeGhelder's home.
I thought they were in the house again, but turns out they were in looking at one of the neighbors' houses.
Investigators walking out of 520 Great Falls with bags full of items. One of the people who lives there, Christopher Gibson, now a person of interest in this case.
So the work we've been doing since we learned of her disappearance and the recovery of her body, where we learned it was now a murder investigation, has led us to a search warrant at the residence.
Investigators left no stone unturned.
We recovered items that we believe could be of evidentiary value in this case. Some of those items are going to be pending evaluation from the crime lab.
The sheriff's office also looking into Gibson's behavior patterns, including a past charge of distributing obscene materials and an incident report filed against him from an 18-year-old neighbor. According to the report, the 18-year-old told deputies that on August 16th, Gibson made comments to her that made her fear for her safety. That included a sexual remark he allegedly made and the comment, quote, "Something strange is going to happen to you." Gibson has not been charged in this case.
Some of these things add up. Some behavior like this could be related to the murder investigation. It's a little early for me to make that determination or not, but it's definitely something we're looking at.
While investigators continue to work the case, neighbors say they hope it wraps up soon.
I want the person found, brought to justice, and held accountable.
Again, Gibson, just a person of interest in this case. As far as the DeGhelder case, investigators are still waiting for DNA evidence to come back from the FBI crime lab. Also, they tell me that while they're waiting, they are working this case every single day, and we will keep you updated as the story unfolds. Reporting in Grovetown, Ashley Campbell, WJBF News Channel 6. Back to you guys.
All right, Ashley, thanks. Well, you know, this case has been in the headlines for nearly a month now. Andrya DeGhelder, last seen back on July 25th, reported missing the very next day, and then her body found in a dumpster behind a Dollar General in Grovetown on July 31st.
We are also learning more tonight about the man investigators say is a person of interest in this case. Christopher Gibson has a criminal history in both Richmond and Columbia counties. Take a look at this. In March of 1995, he was arrested for shoplifting in Richmond County. He pleaded guilty. He was charged and convicted of distributing obscene materials in 2011 in Columbia County. He pleaded guilty to that charge. He was also arrested for shoplifting in December 2016 in Columbia County and pleaded guilty there. He also has had several traffic violations.
All eyes across the